Hi, kid. Hi, kid. Hi, kid. Welcome to KidTime StoryTime. Well, Bear, I see a problem here. Oh, what is the problem, Green Bear?
Well, I actually don't want to be a king. I want to be a president, the first green president of the United States of America.
Oh, Green Bear, this is not about being royalty.
It isn't.
No. This is about being a king the way that Martin Luther King was, and the example he set for everybody to be a great human being.
So, what you're saying is I can be president and a king?
Exactly.
Well, Bear, she's super smart.
I know, she really is. Who else was super smart? This guy, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream, and you. Because yes, he is a historic figure. Yes, he is from the past, but he set an example for the future that we can still follow. Oh, we start off with a quote from the man himself. Everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve, which is like you're probably still like in school. You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics and physics to serve. Ooh, that's all pretty fancy stuff to know, though. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. And I happen to know for a fact that you have that. You can be a king. Marvel at creation. Keep the faith of your ancestors. Ancestors, big fancy word for the people of your past, the lineage from which you descend. Your great-grandparents, your great-great-great-grandparents, and of course, directly, your parents. You can be a king and keep the faith of your ancestors, meaning whatever they believed in, they fought to get to where they are, to help you get to where you are, you have to honor that and honor your parents. You can be a king. Know that bigotry hurts. Remember how you felt when treated unfairly. Now, bigotry here is illustrated by an actual scene from when Martin was just a little boy, and he was friends with this little boy across the street, and then one day his dad said that they couldn't play together anymore, even though they'd always been friends, because he was bigoted, he was unfair, and he thought that his white son couldn't play with a black friend. See, that's unfair. And you know that hurts when somebody's unfair, and that's what bigotry is. It's just a form of unfairness. And if you know how that feels, well, you can stop it and not do that. You can be a king. Admit that you've done something wrong. Just say, I'm sorry, and mean it. Yep, it's that easy. You can be a king by forgiving and meaning it. And let's see what's happening here. They're playing. She played a prank. Oh, she looks kind of mad about it. But then they talk, and she's like, wow, I thought I was having a good time. Oh, see, there she is. There she is. She's tying their apron strings together when they're not looking and plays this prank, and then she has to say, I'm sorry. But that's part of being a king, right? You're going to make a mistake, and you're going to correct it and learn from it and grow. You can be a king. Know that dividing walls should come down. You have glimpsed the other side. And this picture right here is exactly what Dr. Martin Luther King imagined one day. He dreamed this, and it happened, which means dreams can come true. What's the dream? Seeing people of all walks of life, all shades of skin, all playing together, eating together, singing together, taking photos. Look at that. There's a baseball game going on here, a sack race. Looks like chess or checkers. No, I think it's chess happening right here. Families of all kinds together doing what people love to do, which is sharing a beautiful day with good people around them. You can be king. Break the chains of ignorance. Learn as much as you can. Ignorance is a big word that means you don't know stuff. And you have to break those chains, because if you don't know stuff, you're not free. You don't actually even realize it. But if you get a lot of education and you learn by reading books or going to school, like this is Morehouse College. Well, the illustrator knows what he's doing here, because this isn't just any college. This happens to be where Martin Luther King Jr. went to college. He was only 15. Can you believe it? You can be a king. How? Stand up for peace. Band together against bullies. Oh, see, that's a good way. See, right here, what's happening? This kid is not letting this kid, who looks very upset and sad, not letting him use paint with the yellow paint. So here, everybody got together, talked to the bully, said that wouldn't be okay, that you had to share, and you have to share with him. And look at that. He's looking ashamed, looking a little bit down, and handing over the paint. See, and learning that you have to play well with others. Bullying, not cool. You can be a king. Sing a song of freedom. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. That means you have to have faith, and you have to have hope, and you have to believe in freedom. And right here, this picture, this is young Martin Luther King Jr. with his future wife, Coretta. Yep, they met in this place in Boston. This is Boston right here. Isn't it pretty? Yep, and you have to just keep your eye on the prize as you're moving through life. You can be a king. Stamp out hatred. Put your foot down and walk tall. That's right, no hatred and no unfairness, and you have to stand up for it sometimes. Like here, this empty bus, this represents when there was a big bus strike after Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. She was a black lady sitting in the front and refused to give up her seat to a white man and go to the back, and she was arrested. So then there was a strike, because that was a way of putting your foot down and walking tall. Now that was in the 60s, but you can be a king today. You can answer your critics. You can believe in your cause and state it plainly. And here the kids are talking about equal rights for all, and here's a kid in a wheelchair. Oh, see, disability rights for like access for kids to be able to easily get in and out of buildings. That's actually something that had to be discussed and fought for, so that they could have equal access to all the good things of life and to get around. And there's lots of causes and good things out there that are waiting for somebody to fight for them. You can be a king. Have a dream. Make yours great enough to grow into. This is a scene from the famous I Have a Dream speech from the March on Washington. You've heard that speech, and if you haven't, you will soon. It's pretty awesome. Now, you can be a king. Make the world take notice. Do your very best at whatever it is you do. And that's a big one. Whatever you do, you just have to give it your 100% and give it your all. And let's see, this kid right here, he can't like get up on the ladder, but what can he do? He can make snacks and contribute by giving snacks to everybody who's working on this mural up on the ladders. Sure, he can't climb the ladder, but he can sure be part of the effort, right? Everybody can do something. You can be a king. Beat the drum for justice and march to your own conscience. That means it's like when Jiminy Cricket tells Pinocchio, let your conscience be your guide. Usually your conscience, your soul, your heart is telling you the right thing to do. In this case, these folks, their guide is their march for voting rights. And that's a scene from an actual march that MLK right there led in Alabama. You can be king. Lift up the less fortunate. Be the king or queen of help. And now think about it. Everybody needs help sometimes, even you. But how can you be helpful? It's maybe not it's voting rights anymore, but maybe it's you're helping somebody with their homework, or you're helping somebody with something at school. I mean, think about the things you've needed help with and the things that you're good at that you can help someone else with. You can be a king. Set your sights on the mountaintop. The mountaintop is a big, big goal up there. Climb a little higher every day. Every day. We're always in this world, and especially in the United States, we are always a freedom-loving people who are always looking for new ways and better ways to be freer and expand their rights and be thoughtful for people from everywhere. And see, these are just some things that people take on as causes today. Buying local, fair pay, equal rights, disability rights, I mentioned that, fair housing, working rights, war and peace issues. I mean, there's always something out there to believe in, and always some cause to make us a better people every day, and you can be part of that.
So I can totally be a king, and the first green president of the United States is definitely true.
Oh, yes, Green Bear. All it takes is to have a good heart,
got that,
and a persistent attitude,
got that too,
and go out there and be a fantastic person or bear.
Especially bear.
See you next time, kid, on Kid Time.
It's story time. Did you see how I did it in your action? It's story time.
You're so cute, Green Bear.